Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for watching today. Today is Tuesday, July 5th. I hope everybody had a relaxing and fun and safe and healthy 4th of July weekend. And now back to work or continue work, because I know I talked to several agents over the weekend, even yesterday, because real estate doesn't stop. It never does. But when those days get busy, this is where this topic comes up. I always thought that I was a multitasker because I do so many things in a day, but I realized until I met my wife, who is really a multitasker, I just do one thing at a time, focus on one thing at a time, but short periods of time. Does that make sense? Focusing on what, like, I have no idea what's going on around me when I'm focusing on one thing at a time. But some people could hear 5 different conversations, be cooking in the kitchen, have 5 different pots going on. I can't do that. I always thought I was a multitasker, but I just get a lot of things done in a small bit of time, because I like to get things done. Something that takes 20 minutes, I want to show you I could do it in 5. and I apologize to some of my agents, because I talk to so many people every day. I have time limits on things. I would love to talk for an hour, but sometimes it's 5 minutes and I got to get to the point. But the point today is focusing on one thing at a time every day, not the whole day. But I mean this in 2 ways, is that you're never going to really put 100% effort into what you're trying to do if you're thinking and trying to juggle more than one thing at a time. Example I use, I'm watching a little baseball this weekend, and I didn't see any of these plays, but I always seen these plays in the past where this is a professional baseball player. They're getting hit a line drive, or they get hit one of those easy grounders, but they're not focusing on the grounder. They're focusing on what they're going to do next, and they bobble the ball. Sometimes it's just, I didn't see any of those plays this weekend, but you know what I'm talking about. You see a professional baseball player that takes hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of practice, balls and plays, and is constantly playing baseball every week, several times. It's got how many games? There's like 180 games. It's crazy. So they're used to it, but they're lost focus. And you don't realize, especially in sales, when you're making those prospecting calls and you get someone on the phone, focus on that person. Don't focus that I got 20 more calls to make, or just trying to get your script done. Just focus on what's at hand, because that focus of those prospecting calls, the second thing I want to talk about is focusing on what your goal is for the day. Your goal of the day in sales is to make an appointment. Make an appointment either with a buyer, with a potential seller, or minimum make an appointment with somebody to sit down and have a quality conversation about future real estate purchases or sales. Not just a prospecting call, because that might be a quick call that might be catching people off guard, just giving them the few minutes sales type pitch of, remember, keep me in mind, hope you're doing well, remember I'm here for you, and they want to get you off the phone sometime. But occasionally you get those people that go, okay, I'm ready right this second, let's have a quality conversation. Yes, you should. Don't take advantage of that if you have that. But if someone says, sorry, it's not the right time, or that, can I schedule a time with you when I really want to sit down with you or over the phone and spend 10, 15, 20 minutes going over everything I can do for you in the future when you're ready. So you are educated about what I can do for you when you're ready, so you know when that's going to happen and who you're going to use, if that makes sense to you. So those 2 things focus on. Today, when you're doing those little tasks that you do, focus on that. Don't look what the next task is. In my calendar, I give it a brief breeze over of what I have, but in my calendar, and I don't even know what I have next. I just go 20 minutes, five minutes. I'm not thinking until I look at my calendar. I give myself authorization. Okay, now Tony, now look at your call. I'm not on a phone call thinking about the next phone call, thinking about what I have to do at 2 o'clock, what I have to do at 5 o'clock. It's just there. I'm going to look. So I try to focus on like these videos. I try to focus on those calls. I try to focus on the task at hand. And then the ultimate goal, well, at least for me, is to help agents every day. And that happens with my daily tasks. But for you as an agent, your goal is to make appointments. Make appointments. That's your ultimate goal, but focusing on those minute to minute, 10 minutes, the 20-minute increments without bobbling it up like a baseball player, thinking of what the next call is going to be or what phone is ringing. Like sometimes I have my phone on upside down because I don't want to, if I'm in the middle of an important call, I know texts are going to come in, other people are going to be calling me. I don't want that to lose my focus. Do I do that sometimes? Sometimes when it's just general phone calls and just follow-up things, and I'm watching for emergencies if I know it's going to be a 20-minute call. But if it's really need to focus on it, I don't even look. How many people do that? I bet most of you don't. You're always looking at your phone. Like, ooh, who's calling me? And then gets you off your focus. Who's texting me? Off your focus. When it's important, especially those prospecting calls and leaving those messages and getting a hold of people, focus on that. Put everything else aside. So don't lose focus. So that's the message I wanted to get out today. Hopefully that gives you something to think about. And remember, if you want to go more in detail, I'm happy to do it. Call, text, email me anytime. Happy to set the time aside for you, and I will focus on you. I promise on that. So have a great Tuesday, and we'll see you tomorrow on Wednesday. Bye-bye.